Okay, I have an advantage over you guys in the sense that I have access to more textures because I asked for people to share a texture or two with me. So I have an entire folder of like period 3 and period 5 full of textures. Shh, please. It's actually a good question. Next time, raise your hand because I'm doing a screencast video. Yeah, if you have people that are willing to share their textures and you want to share your textures with other people, I did not mention that to period 3. That's actually encouraged. So please feel free to do that as much as you want. Another thing you can do is go to images. I guess I kind of discourage this because I'm so happy that students painted their own textures. I would love to see you do the whole thing with textures that you painted and then other people in the class if you want to share. But what you could do is just type in watercolor textures. And then remember, when you're doing an image search, you have to do tools, especially for this size large. Don't look at the first page. That one's really cool. It has some images in there. I hesitate to use it because the artist, gosh, that is awesome. Made that. Don't use anything with watermarks. Don't use anything that has like that one. Like if it doesn't get clear on the screen, it's sustained blurry. That means you don't really get the resolution. Close it out. This one works just fine. It's clear. Others will have watermarks. A lot of them are going to have watermarks. Don't use anything that is just a big rainbow. It's just not going to look good. This one has a watermark, Alamy. That's a popular one. Don't use anything with a watermark at all. This one looks pretty good. You could use that. Now, you can also do, if you're looking for a specific color, you could also do this. All right, you guys know about your photography, not photography, your digital. Wait a second. Did I talk to you about these? Digital Design 1? I don't think I did. And I'm just not even going to talk about them. That's perfect. There are a couple of things that you can do with your textures. The first thing is you can change the color. If you're looking for a specific color and you don't have it, press Window U. And you get the hue saturation palette. Hue just means color. So you can change the hue of your texture. It doesn't always work out. If it's too bright and saturated and artificial looking, take the saturation down by pulling right here where it says saturation. Take that down. Now it's like gray. It's actually really good. So if you desaturate your colors, you might get something that doesn't stand out as much, which is actually really good. Another thing you can do is Window L will bring up the levels palette. That's Window L. And you can make your textures a little bit darker. You can make them a little bit lighter from this side. And you can just kind of play around with this one on your own, the one in the middle. Don't mess with the ones in the bottom. That is Window L for levels. Window U was the hue saturation. I actually like these colors, but it's a little bit too bright, so I'm going to Window U, and I'm going to desaturate just a little bit. It's about as much as I want to do right there. And then I'm going to zoom in, and I'm actually going to pull up this picture. This is my JPEG. I'm going to take a look at it. All right, the side that I'm going to be doing right now is, I believe is this side right here with the rooftop. What you don't want to do is try to put your textures, I'm going to say this, like, I'm going to really emphasize this. Don't put this together like a puzzle piece. Don't be like, oh, the bridge gets this and that window gets that, and then it can't go outside of that window, and then that wall right there has to have a texture and it can't flow into that wall, and we have to do something different for this, and it has to be like all paint by numbers. That will totally destroy the look of your project, because what did we do when we painted our watercolor? We let the paint go with the water, right? That's kind of the same thing with this. You kind of want to like, oops, I spilled my coffee on my art. That's like perfect. Oops, I spilled my coffee. Oops, I spilled my watercolor wash and it's green all over my bridge. Perfect. Don't correct it. Let it just flow. I mean, you don't have to spill everything over everything, but as you can see, I didn't do that. But I have a lot of areas that kind of just flow into other areas without being, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing here. All right, where, I'm a little bit confused. This is down here. I'm going to temporarily move this to the top, so I don't need to go to that other picture constantly. Your natural inclination when you do this is you're going to want to put this thing together like a puzzle. I hope you don't, because it just takes away the look. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at this big piece and the roof. Now, where is that in my artwork? Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab, watch what I use. Press L for the polygonal lasso, except not polygonal lasso, for the lasso. The top one is the freehand. Use the freehand as much, especially if you're using a drawing tablet. It's really easy to do. So first of all, I'm going to take it off of the bridge. Da-da-da-da. Don't want it on that. Oops. D. I'm going to take it off of this wall, the side of the building, not wall, side, because I'm going to do something different there. And I'm going to take it off of the rooftop because I want to put something else very similar but different. And I'm going to let it spill on the roof a little bit. That's fine. I'm not going to cry about it. And yeah, that's fine for now. Can make some adjustments later on. I don't like this white line. I don't know. It's bothering me. Or maybe it's not. I'm going to go with another texture. Something that's not too, doesn't stand out too much, but looks a little bit like that. Huh. What can I use? How about this one? Yeah. I think so. Window T, rotate. I want those colors right in here. Boom. Sloppy lasso. Why do I want to use the sloppy one? Because I don't care. If you care too much, your piece is going to look tight and boring. All right, here's my example of things falling into things. The rooftop is separate than this side of the building. Shouldn't it have a different texture? Maybe, maybe not. You can do this. The letter E is opposite from the letter B. The letter B is brush. The letter E is an eraser. So press E. When you guys trace this, you used a hard, round brush. Well, the eraser is like a brush too. You're not going to use the hard, you're going to use the soft round. Bless you. And this is very important. The strength of your eraser should not be very hard. 100% would be very bad. You want to take that down to somewhere below 20. And you see this really sharp line right here? I'm just tapping it. Look at that. And now that texture on the roof is blending or mixing with that. Can I leave this here? Can I leave this other piece here, texture there? Why not? Why not? I'm going to take a look at my picture now because I want to check out the lighting. All right, the roof is lighter than the wall. The rooftop is lighter than the wall. The wall has a little bit of greenery right here. I don't think I want to skip that greenery. I like it. And I like the fact that my rooftop is lighter. I'm going to make it even lighter. Watch this. How do I make the rooftop lighter? Well, why don't I do something different? Why don't I make the wall darker? Window L, levels. Boom. Done. Deselect. Now it's much lighter. Did you guys know that the screen was frozen the whole time? Oh my gosh. Oh. The screen has been frozen this whole time. All right. I'm going to continue. Green foliage. What can I do? What can I do? Window O. I have the advantage of all your beautiful textures. Thank you, people. There's got to be something in here. Shut up. I was saying that to the bell. Yes, that's on screencast. Which one should I use, gang? Which one should I use? This one. Yep. I like that. Oh, it's already in here. What's going on here? Oh, Photoshop, what are you doing? So right here, I want to hang... No, I did that already. Right here. Okay, that area. Okay, cool. Boom. And I'm going to get rid of that white by hitting the magic wand. So get rid of it. Window D. And where do I want it? I want it right in there. So this is way too big. What looks like foliage? I got it. Gotta love that eraser. Here we go. Very important. I'm erasing it where I don't want it. I'm erasing that sharp line. I'm erasing the bottom sharp line. I think I like that. I'm going to move that right here. Well, that doesn't look like foliage. It doesn't have to. It just has to show, like this one right here is a little foliage there. Actually, I kind of like that. If you like something, copy it. Window J. Ooh, I'm going to move you. Oop. You need to go up there. I'm going to move you. Oh, where are you? You need to go way up here. There you are. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to erase it off of here. Last thing I'm going to show you, because this will be the second time I did this screencast. The first one's 26 minutes long. Yeah, it's long, but it's worth it. At some point, you should put your listening devices in your ears, whatever you use, and ignore everybody around you, turn up the volume, and seriously watch it. I kind of messed up this one. My screen was frozen, and I just felt like I did better on the other one. But this one will be in there too. One thing that I wanted to show you, let's see. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So this area in here, according to this area is in shadow. You see that stairwell going up here? It's kind of in shadow. And so what I'm going to do is, I didn't really trace that part. I just left it as an open. Yeah, I guess I kind of did. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to use the polygonal lasso. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to make a selection of this area. Selection is going to be rather sloppy. That's okay. I'm not going to cry about it. And I'm going to find that layer. If you have auto select on this check mark and you click, it should. I need that layer. Photoshop could not move the selection because the selected area is empty. Oh, okay. You're going to do that to me now. You're going to make me look through all of this to try to find that layer. Are you kidding me? Oh, I found it. Luck. All right, I selected that area. Watch this. Window L. Okay. Window D. There it is. Now when I zoom out, it gives a lot more sense of 3-dimension, that shadowed area. So in summary, you have a combination of spilling watercolor textures, and then in some areas you don't spill them. You do actually put them like a puzzle. So you're combining a little bit of intentional with unintentional. You're also using window U for changing the hue if you want a different color. You're also using window L, just like I did, to select an area and make it darker or lighter. And try to stay away from rainbow. If your project ends up looking like a rainbow, nothing will stand out. We won't be able to tell what's going on because there's just too many colors going on. In that case, I would window U, desaturate those colors to make them less bright. and a little bit more dull. And eventually, you will have, watch this, you will have a project that literally looks like a painting. And nobody will even understand how you did that on the computer, especially if you hide the tracing layer. You can see right there how things are spilling into things, and some other areas are more, you know, intentional. Okay. End of screencast video number 2. You guys can get to work. Do a smart pass, Sonny. Oh, that was on the screencast too.